All right, today we're going to talk about something that pretty much flips a huge cultural script right on its head. We're going to dig into this powerful, science-backed idea that success doesn't actually lead to happiness, but that happiness, that's the key that unlocks success. So yeah, let's dive in and see what this is all about.
I mean, this right here, this is the formula most of us were taught, right? It gets drilled into us from when we're kids. Get the good grades, land the great job, get that big promotion, and then you'll finally have earned the right to be happy. It's that classic I'll be happy when syndrome, and man, it drives so much of our world.
So this is the big question at the heart of our explainer today. What if we've had the sequence totally wrong this whole time? What if chasing success to find happiness is kind of like trying to push your car to the gas station when the fuel you need to get there is already in the tank?
To really get the new model, we've got to look at why the old one fails so many of us. So let's explore what's called the success trap. And for a lot of you high achievers out there, this cycle might feel, well, pretty familiar.
It's a classic case of expectation versus reality. On the left, that's the dream we're all sold. But on the right, well, that's the reality for so many people. You hit the goal, you get the thing you wanted, but that feeling of happiness is short-lived. Or maybe it just doesn't show up at all. So what do? You figure the goal just wasn't big enough, and you set the next, even higher goal, trapping yourself in this endless cycle of burnout.
And this is so crucial. If that cycle I just described hits home for you, you have to know that it is not a personal failure. It's a system failure. You've just been playing by the rules of a game that is frankly flawed. You're not broken. The formula is.
Okay, so if the old formula is broken, what's the alternative? Well, let's pivot to the core idea of this entire thing, the happiness advantage. This is where we stop looking at this as just a psychological problem and start seeing it as a biological solution.
And there it is. The happiness advantage isn't about waiting for some prize at the finish line. Nope. It's about creating an internal state of well-being that literally fuels your brain to perform better. See, when you feel emotionally grounded and calm, your brain isn't wasting all its energy on stress and anxiety. It's free to operate at its absolute peak.
And what we're looking at here are the real, tangible benefits. This isn't just some vague, feel-good idea. The science shows that a brain in this positive state is measurably better at, well, everything. Your creativity expands, you bounce back from setbacks way faster, you start seeing solutions instead of just problems, and you can handle high-pressure situations with so much less mental and physical strain. I mean, these are basically superpowers in today's world.
And let's be super clear here. This is not about toxic positivity or just pretending everything's okay when it's not. Life is stressful. Problems are real. The goal isn't to ignore them. The goal is to understand the biological reality. Your brain's best possible state for dealing with those problems is one of calm and safety. It's a strategic choice, not a naive one.
All right, so we've kind of deconstructed that old broken model, and we've defined this new powerful one. Now, let's put it all together into a framework you can actually use. This is all about creating a completely new starting point for how you approach your work, your goals, your life. And here it is, the new formula. It's a really simple 3-step sequence that just flips everything we were taught on its head. You start by prioritizing your own well-being. Step 1. From that foundation, your brain's performance naturally gets a boost. That's step 2. And then, as a direct result of that enhanced performance, success and achievement become this natural byproduct, not something you have to desperately chase. The big takeaway here is that your well-being isn't a luxury. It's a performance-enhancing strategy. So we'll end on this question, just to let the idea really sink in. What if you stopped seeing happiness as this distant reward you have to earn, and instead started treating it as your most powerful, strategic, and biological tool for achieving everything you want in life? That right there is the heart of the happiness advantage.